Hello friends, welcome to Nikite Academy. In our today's session, we are going to learn about transaction control transformation. So this is the agenda for today's session. So first we are going to learn about what is transaction control language. And then we are going to learn what is transaction control transformation in Informatica. Then we are going to see how to create a dynamic file in Target. So this is the practical session. Kindly watch it without skipping it. If you haven't subscribed our channel, please subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon so that you'll be getting all the notifications. Thanks for your time. Let us begin our session. Now, today's session, we are going to learn transaction control transformation. So what is this transaction control transformation? So transaction control transformation, it is an active and a connected one. Whenever we want to generate a dynamic file in Target, then we will go for transaction control transformation. So we know already in SQL, we have TCL, right? TCL. So TCL is nothing but transaction control language. So there are two different languages are there. One is commit, another one is rollback. So whenever we execute, if it is Oracle database, whenever we execute DML statement like insert, update, delete, and merge, these four statements, then we need to commit it. Otherwise, it will not be permanently saved in the database. Okay, that's what we will use, commit and rollback. Rollback is nothing but if I want to roll back up to last commit point, you can execute rollback command. The same thing is available in Informatica also. We have the 5 different properties. Okay, we have in properties 5 different functions are there. So what are the 5 different options? One is commit before, commit after, rollback before, rollback after, continue transaction. What is this? So whenever we give commit before or commit after, rollback before, rollback after, it will Informatica will generate a separate file. Say for an example, so I'm getting data like this. Okay, first record, second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record, and every 5 records I have to create a file in Target. Every 5 record I have to create a file in Target. We may not know how many records we will get it today. Okay, tomorrow we may not know. The number of record might be changing. So because of this, you'll go for, so like this, you can generate. By using sequence generator, we can generate the numbers are like this. And whenever we are encountering one, we can do commit before. Commit before means the before records will commit, will get into new file. This will go to the new file. That's what commit before. Then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you are encountering one, commit before. So this will go to one file. Again, this will go to one file. So this is what you can use commit before. Commit before every 5 records. See, you assume that we are going to use this particular scenario. So here in source, we have source table. We have employees underscore country table. Okay, we have one table called employees underscore country. In this table, I have a column called country. So one column called country. In this, we have employees with a different country. So one employee from India, one employee from UK, USA, India, USA. Like this, we have the data. Okay, you have the data like this. You assume that data is like this we are having. So I have 3 different targets here. I have 3 different targets. So one target, the second target, and the third target. I want to segregate the data based on country. I have to segregate data based on country. So I want to segregate the data like India. I want to segregate UK. I want to segregate USA. So which transformation I can go for? Router, right? So we'll go for router In router, I will create 3 different groups. Okay, this is input group. Then we will have 3 groups. One is for country equal to India, country equal to UK, country equal to USA. Then last one is default group. So this is what is this static or dynamic? Router is static or dynamic. Say for an example, tomorrow some other record is coming, some other country record is coming. So what will happen? So it will go to some country is coming, Australia, England, some other country data is coming. Where it will go? It will go to default group. But my requirement is whenever I'm getting new country, okay, today these 3 countries coming, tomorrow might be different 3 countries, okay, 5 countries, different countries we are getting. So that time we have to create a different file, okay, name with that file. So we have to segregate all the data based on the country. So this is what I can go for the transaction control transformation. So instead of router, I can go with transaction control transformation. So first I will use sorter transformation. After source, I will use sorter. In the sorter transformation, whatever I'm getting record, I will sort it out. So like this, all the India, I'll make it to one. All the India should be in one place. Okay, all the UK. So 1, 2, 3. USA 1, 2, 3. So I have segregated based on alphabetic order. So which transformation I can use for this scenario? I can use sorter. So I will take this particular record. Okay, this particular record. Okay, I will compare this record with previous record. Is there any previous record for this? No, right? Null. If both are not equal, I will make it like 1. If both are equal, I will make it like 0. Okay. So take this one, second record. You compare with previous record. Previous record also India. Then I will make it like 0. For this also I will make it like 0. Okay. So this also I will make it like 0. Then for this, I will take it like 1. So like this, I will generate. Which transformation I can use to compare with previous record? Can I go for expression? Yes, expression. So to compare with previous record, I will go for expression only. So like this, it will be generated 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay. So this is what I can create expression transformation. I will compare with previous record. I will create expression. Then I will use transaction control. I will use transaction control. So here, whenever I'm getting 1, okay. So here I will use transaction control transformation. This is expression. Whenever I'm having 1 here, so I will go for 1. I'll go for commit before 0. I'll go for continue transaction. Okay. So 0, I'll go for continue transaction. This is what I can go with this particular scenario. So here I'm going to, this is the same scenario. I have already created a table. You remember we have created this table for our router transformation. So that table we will use it now. In HR we have the table. Select star from employees underscore countries. So this is what I have. So I have different countries data. So I have to segregate data based on these countries. How can I segregate? Okay, I will go for transaction control transformation. So even we have used recently for this scenario, like our customer sending file with the based on the some product code. So it's a huge file. We have to segregate the data based on the product file, and we have to send it to the, we have to process the file, then we have to send it to the next team. Okay. So we have used this particular scenario only. Same transaction control we have used. Okay. If they're asking an interview, same thing you can explain. So they will not, in interview, they will not say like, what is the use of transaction control? They will not ask any questions directly. Mostly they will not ask direct question. They will give you a scenario. Okay, I have a data like this. So for each and every record, I have to create the, how will you do? How will you do the mapping? All this they will ask. So you have to tell them. So this one you have to clearly explain. Okay. So I will arrange all the record into one single group. So why? Because even tomorrow, if I'm getting different record, I have to arrange it first. First arrange it, then create a flag. Based on the flag, commit before or continue transaction. Roll back before means what will happen? Roll back before means the record will not be available. Okay, it will be rolled back. So you are encountering one year. Roll back before means all the record will not go to the target table. Here I will take employees underscore countries as the source. Employees underscore countries as a source. Target, I will create a flat file. So you remember here we have the flat file, right? So here we have the flat file. What is this flat file will do? We have created a file name. Do you remember? We have created a file name. So what is this file name? This file name, whenever I want to give a dynamic file name with some timestamp, we have created this file name, right? Same thing, I'm going to create it. Control C, keep the cursor here, Control C, Control V. Do you want to copy? Yes. Since the file name is already available, you have to rename it. So rename based on transaction control, and then you can go for this. So double click, make sure that you are having the file name column from this one, not from the column list. Okay, I'm adding one more column called country. Okay, here we have the country column also, right? I'm adding one more column called country. So this is 100 characters. So this file name you should add from here only, not from the new column. If you add new column, what will happen? One extra column will be added in the existing file. So remember this. So I will go here. I'll create a mapping m underscore transaction control. I will take employees underscore countries here. Then I will take target is the flat file, right? Target I will take. So which column I have to use sort by? I have to use sorting algorithm on the country. So I will use sorter A to Z. Then I will take all the columns from here, double click. So just I am making order by on the key column. So order by on the key column. So here country is the column, right? We have to sort it based on the ascending order or descending order. Any order you can do it. So which column we have to generate? Based on the column we have to make order by. Then take expression. So here I can take country. I will add file name column. So you take file name. So we have to create a file name column. So you can make it like 100 columns, 100 characters. Then you can go for file name, right? So this is a file name. So what is the file name I can give? So any name you can give. Single quotes T underscore EMP underscore. Okay, this is employees based on the country, right? I can make concatenation. Then I'll go for country. So whatever I'm getting the new country, I will add it here. Concatenation dot CSV. Okay, dot CSV. I can use validate expression for successful. This is what the country will be added dynamically. Then I have to create the port. Variable port I'm creating. Variable port. Change flag. Whether the record is changing or not, find. Creating a change flag. I will make it like a integer. Variable port. So this variable port. So I will go for if. Okay, IAF. If. So which column I have to use? Country. If country not equal to previous country. So do we have any column like previous country as of now? No, right? No. So just we are comparing. If it is not equal to previous countries, then we are making one. If it is not equal, we are making one, otherwise zero. But now if you validate, it will fail. Now if you validate, it will fail. Why? Why? Because Here we do not have a previous country. Just I'm creating a previous country is nothing but country only. I'm assigning a previous country is after this one. So if you assign before, what will happen? Country will be assigned to previous country, then both are equal here. So it will not create a file. That's why we are assigning after that. Okay, variable port. Then we have to take this variable port outside, right? How can I take this variable port outside? So we have to create a output port O underscore change flag. So this should be an integer. So this is output one, and variable flag we have to assign it. So this is what we have to give. Then I'm taking this expression to transaction control. If you look at here, this is the transaction control. Commit and rollback. We can take, you can take all the columns from here, double click, go to transaction control properties. By default, you'll be having continue transaction. By default, we'll be having continue transaction. Then I'm creating if logic. If this change flag, or change flag equal to 1. If it is 1, I have to do commit before, right? 1, commit before. If you go to variables, you can go to built-in variable. You can see all this commit before all these variables and everything. So just I'm taking commit before. Okay. Then up to file name, I can connect. Okay, clear. Control S. It should be valid now. So I'm going to create a workflow for this. I'm going to create workflow for this. Just to look at here. So workflows, create WF underscore transaction control. Double click, go to mapping. Source should be pointing to source. The target should be pointing to flat file. Do you need header for the flat file? Yes, output field names. So these are all same only. That's all. So where it will be created in the TGT files, right? So you can go to C drive, Informatica 10.2.0 server, InfoShad, TGT files. So here it will be created. So I will remove this, all this. Okay, so now I'm going to run this. So it should create a file dynamically here, right? So you can see monitor will open. So how many countries are there? Based on these countries, it will create a file here. Okay. So if you consider this one, it will have all the Australia country employees. Okay, if the country is changing, then it will create a file. If any last name or first name is changing, it will not create new file. Okay, only for country column we have created. See here. So all this we are getting the same way. So how it is creating. So this is what the dynamic file creation. I have given exercise for this. So create every 10 records. Every 10 records you create one file. So generate some sequence of numbers. Whenever you are encountering one, then create a new file. Okay. Just to try that option. This is also very rarely used to transformation only in real-time project. Okay. Very rarely used. In interview also they will ask very rarely, but they may ask questions. How will you create dynamic file? How will you create dynamic file name? So if I want to create a dynamic file name, then I can go with some file name column, right? This column. You can give some date columns. So based on the date value, it will create a dynamic file. But based on the data, we have to create a dynamic file. Then we have to go for transaction control transformation. This is also very rarely used, but they will ask in interview. So commit after means if I want to go for this record also, okay, if you are encountering 1, okay, or if you are going for 5, instead of 1, you are making condition as 5. You are encountering 5, then you want to make commit after, then it will be commit after. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then commit after. Commit after means this will. So if you are encountering 1, your condition is finding 1, commit after means along with this, it will create a file. So this is what the transaction control transformation. So make sure that you have to explain everything clearly. So you will use sorter, expression, transaction control. So all this.